What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again. Another Bob Marine video, and today, man. Oh yeah, first off, I said this in the last video, but I'll say it again here. Happy Easter, bro. Jesus is King, bro. He's risen, bro. And yeah, man. Happy Easter to y'all. Hope y'all had a good day. Maybe got to spend some time with your families, go to church. Um, but yeah. Without further ado, man, let's get right to it, bro. Chapter 16. David anointed king. Okay, so in the last chapter, if y'all remember, or if y'all saw or watched or know, Saul was being a little disobedient, trying to do things his own way, and Samuel and the Lord, they weren't really that happy about that. So he got put in check. I guess stripped of his kingship. Um, and yeah, not great, bro. Not great stuff. But I feel like Saul had good intentions. He just was a little bit confused on certain things and just wasn't fully obedient. But yeah, chapter 16. The Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you grieve over Saul, since I have rejected him from being king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I will send you to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided for myself a king among his sons." And Samuel said, "How can I go? If Saul hears it, he will kill me." And the Lord said, "Take a heifer with you and say, I have come to sacrifice to the Lord, and invite Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show you what you shall do. And you shall anoint for me him whom I declare to you." Samuel did what the Lord commanded and came to Bethlehem. The elders of the city came to meet him trembling and said, "Do you come peaceably? Peaceably?" And he said, "Peaceably. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Concentrate yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice." And he concentrated Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. When they came, he looked on Eliab and thought, "Surely the Lord's anointed is before him." But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look on his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." That's a bar right there, bro. Man looks at outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. Goes to show, bro, how we judge each other on how we look and how we act and all this different stuff. But all the Lord cares about is you in your heart and how you truly are in your heart, right? And Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel, and he said, "Neither has the Lord chosen this one." Then Jesse made Shammah pass by, and he said, "Neither hath the Lord chosen this one." And Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, and Samuel said to Jesse, "The Lord has not chosen these." Then Samuel said to Jesse, "Are all your sons here?" And he said, "There remains yet the youngest, but behold, he is keeping the sheep." And Samuel said to Jesse, "Send and get him, for we will not sit down till he comes here." Kind of noticed in the Bible, bro, a lot of these like youngest sons end up like in their tradition or in these ancient tradition, like the oldest like kind of got everything, all the inheritance, all that, and it just kind of went down from there. But it's funny how like the Bible always, like not always, but a lot of the times would use the youngest son to do great things. Joseph, for instance, right? Um, yeah. Um, and he said, "There remains yet the youngest, but behold, he is keeping the sheep." And Samuel said to Jesse, "Send and get him, for we will not sit down till he comes here." And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and had beautiful eyes, and he was handsome. Hold on a second. And was handsome. And the Lord said, "Arise, anoint him, for this is he." And Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brothers. And the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon David from that day forward. And Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. David on Saul's service. Now the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and a harmful spirit from the Lord tormented him. Notice how it says harmful spirit from the Lord. Now, the Lord, meaning the Lord allowed this to happen because it was his will, and he didn't want Saul to be king anymore. He wasn't blessed by God anymore, right? So that was sent from the Lord intentionally to probably get him out of the seat and for David to take over. Behold now, or sorry, uh, and Saul's servant said to him, "Behold now, a harmful spirit from God is tormenting you. Let our Lord now command your servants who are with who are before you to seek out a man who is skillful in playing the lyre. And when the harmful spirit from God is upon you, he will play it, and you will be well. Notice, music, bro, is one way. Like, this is an example of music driving out an impure spirit. It's crazy, bro. What comes into our ears and into our eyes are the gateway to the soul. Ears, like, what matters what we listen to and hear. This is good for me because I need to stop listening to certain music. But that stuff is important. Like, it has significant meaning. Nothing is like everything we take in is affecting us, right? Just how music, they're saying that music could heal, right? Or help with the spirit. You don't think the opposite could happen too? Bad things, hearing bad things can invoke bad things upon you, right? You know, right? Am I right? Or am I right? I don't know. Um, okay. So Saul said to his servants, provide for me a man who can play well and bring him to me. One of the young men answered, behold, I have seen the son of Jesse the Bethlehemite, who is skillful in playing, a man of valor, a man of war, prudent in speech, and a man of good presence. The Lord is with him. Therefore Saul, therefore Saul sent messengers to Jesse and said, send me David your son, who is with the sheep. When Jesse took a donkey, laden with bread, and a skin of wine, and a young goat, and sent them to David his son to Saul. Sent them by David his son to Saul. And David came to Saul and entered his service. And Saul loved him greatly, and he became his armor-bearer. And Saul went to Jesse, saying, let David remain in my service, for he has found favor in my sight. And whenever the harmful spirit from God was upon Saul, David took the lyre and played it with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the harmful spirit departed from him. So David playing that spirit, David who was obviously anointed by God, right? Who's anointed by what we just read, right? Was able to purify Saul from the unclean spirit that it said was from the Lord, right? Not from the devil, from the Lord. Okay. But that is it for today's chapter. Really appreciate y'all for tuning in. And God bless you guys and appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. I'm about to go pick up some food. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all's time. And I love y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.